Let's play some Sentinels.
Oh, fickle fans, come on.
Oh, you've been quoted out of context. You must be a famous person now.
I am a famous person now. But we're gonna win. Unless the environment kills us. So yeah, I could have waited and
We have
taken...
damage! Dread Warlord boss!
I did not think that would work out, but it did. Well done, team.
Woo! Good evening, party people! What is up, everyone out there in Chatland? It's Tuesday, it's 7:01. Maybe the first time I've actually said this right at around 7 o'clock. It's usually like 10 after because we usually shoot the poop for a little while. So I guess it's time to welcome you all to Sentinels Live. Thank you for joining us around the digital tabletop while we play Sentinels of the Multiverse, among other things. The goal of these streams always is to have some fun and just hang out while showing you how to play the game as well as covering strategies that might help you win. That, of course, is John's department. My department is to make mistakes, and his job is to extricate us from those mistakes because he knows the game a lot better than I do. Handelabra Games, that's us. We believe in civil rights for everyone and being as inclusive as possible. Comments about thumbs notwithstanding. So, yeah, comments or activity that don't follow that are not good, so don't do it. If you enjoy the show, please do like, share, follow, subscribe, push all the buttons, check all the boxes, and be sure to check out the other shows right here at twitch.tv/HandelabraGames. We have Dolphins Dive on Thursdays at 7 Eastern and Tales from the Archive Sundays at 7 Eastern. If the times are ever going to change on those, just pay attention to our Twitter or our Facebook. We always have lots of messaging that goes out to make sure people don't miss it. Or you could just subscribe and you'll get a notification whenever we go live.
That's probably the best way.
That's the easiest way. You should just do that. I'm Jeremy. You can follow me at Mr. J Handel. That's MRJHANDEL. And joining me as always is John. Where can people follow you, John?
I am at Migrant P.
Migrant P, because he is a migrant programmer migrating his way across Europe right now.
That's right. It's my last stream from Cyprus, and I'll be in Athens next week.
The birthplace of democracy, which will, of course, be celebrated later tonight at the State of the Union, which I'm definitely going to watch. I'm not going to watch it.
Do you have democracy still there in the U.S.?
We're going to be celebrating the end of it tonight. You can always follow the company on Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. As we are the developers, you can always be sure to get some insight into the process and maybe even see some stuff before anyone else. Yes, I said that. Thanks, Mark. I said that because Dolphins Dive is possibly moving to 6 p.m., so yeah, just, follow and subscribe. You'll get all the cool updates whenever you need them. The game does include a tutorial that covers the basics, but we always do our best to explain exactly what we're doing, when we do it, and why. And depending on how long it takes for us to win or lose, we often play multiple games in each 2-ish hour episode. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always in good old analog cardboard and ink. Visit sentinelsdigital.com for more info and to download and try the demo absolutely free. Yes, this week is still at 7. We will make sure that we make announcements before we change those things. Just as he says, Lou Dolphin, are we staying up past your bedtime? John is streaming at 2 a.m. Cyprus time. So if he can do it, anyone can.
I don't have my alarms. I have my alarm set to not go off on Wednesdays.
Yeah,
now.
I can imagine. All right. So, yeah, we're not actually going to do any one-deck dungeon. I know we've been showing that a couple times last couple weeks. There will definitely be more of that in the coming weeks. So stay tuned for more of that. But tonight it's going to be all Sentinels all the time. I'm ready to just turn my brain off and kill some bad guys. And undo some dastardly, villainous plots. But I'm pretty open. What do you want to play tonight?
Well, the most mindless villain is Progeny. You want
yeah, we can take
to go with that theme.
Sure. And let's see. I wonder where we haven't played Progeny. Let me see if I can find that real quick in the...
Probably most places.
Let's see. Okay, running totals. I'm just going to open up the running totals thing and see if I can't figure that out. I mean, we've played Progeny a bunch of times. Maybe not, 100 times or whatever.
I don't think we played Progeny in every environment.
No, that's why I'm saying is I don't want to double up. So let's see.
I would guess we'd probably play Progeny like half a dozen times.
Wow! You must be psychic. We have played Progeny exactly 6 times.
I'm psychic. I know. I have no memories.
Maybe 7 times. I guess one of them didn't get counted. All right, so we've played Progeny, the Enclave of the Endlings, in the Ruins of Atlantis, twice. Silver Gulch.
You already doubled up.
Time
it's too late.
Cataclysm. Madame Mittermeyer's. Magmaria. And that's it. All right, good. So, Realm of Discord it is.
Champion Studios.
Ah, yes.
One of these days.
We're going to play the weird goopy thing in the weird goopy environment. That's what I've decided.
I'll play a weird goopy heroes.
Weird goopy heroes. All right, I feel like Tempest is somewhat lives in like weird goopy buildings, so I think that that's a decent choice. And let's see. And I guess there's like a sort of a weird goopy hero on this team, so we'll do that. Perfect. All right, so variants. Let's see here. Now, Progeny does not have a lot of targets, right? It's mostly just him, or am I imagining that?
There's just Progeny.
That's what I thought. Okay. So, yeah, so let's see. Maybe...
So, Imbued Vitality could make his ongoings have hit points. That is a thing that can happen.
All right, I think I'll just do... Yeah, I think I'm going to do Freedom 6 Tempest. I feel like I haven't played Freedom 6 Tempest much. And then let's see, what do I want to do for the Sentinels? Do I want to do the Adamants, or do I want to do the regulars? We'll keep it simple and just do the regulars. All right, what are they talking about? The P stands for Psychic. No teasing. Boom. All right. Boom. Progeny at Realm of Discord.
So I finished my boozes from here that I didn't really like, and I found the finest whiskey of Cyprus, which I'm sure is not that fine, but whatever. And it came with a hilarious shot glass with, I don't know if you can tell, but the drawing of the statue is pretty special.
Yeah, I can't quite make it out, but it certainly seems to be pretty interesting.
It's of Aphrodite. Supposedly. Aphrodite was born, in myth here in Cyprus. So
on like sea foam.
We visited Aphrodite's rock, which apparently is a body part of someone else.
So the Scholar opens with bring what you need: flesh to iron, mortal form to energy, and transmutive recovery. Sentinels have got a blackout, a restorative burst, second chance, and team communication. Guise is a barbarian, retcon, yeah, he's that guy, and where did he leave that? And Tempest has got a cleansing downpour, flash flood, grievous hailstorm, and reclaim from the deep. If there's anybody new to the game, I'll also go over exactly what the story is with Progeny real quick. So, Progeny, of course, is the vassal of destruction, the harbinger, as it were, of Oblivion. At the start of the game, Progeny enters play vassal of the destruction side up. Cards are revealed from the villain deck until a Scion card is revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into the villain deck. At the start of the villain turn, if there are any hero character cards with fewer than 10 HP, Progeny flips. At the end of the villain turn, Progeny deals each hero target 2 energy damage. Now, when Progeny flips, it becomes the Cosmic Annihilator. At the start of the villain turn, if there are no hero character cards with fewer than 10 HP, Progeny flips. At the end of the villain turn, Progeny deals the hero character card with the lowest HP 3 radiant damage. Now, what makes Progeny such a crazy slog is the fact that the Scion cards are not equipment and not ongoing. So getting rid of them can be pretty tricky. Right? I'm saying that right?
Yep.
Yeah. And of course, obviously, Scions are a thing that you'll be seeing much more of once Oblivion comes around. So the Scion of Flame is going to increase damage dealt by Progeny by 1, and then he's going to deal us a bunch of damage.
His whiskey tastes suspiciously like the same stuff, but slightly brown color.
Aha.
It
And there we go.
might be like aged in oak for a few months or something.
Nice. Yeah.
It's okay though. It's a little better.
When they number it by the months, you know you got the good stuff. So yeah,
it doesn't actually have any aging like listed at all.
Right. So Progeny is actually already flipped because that Scion of Flame dealt damage to the point that where Idealist is now below 10. So we've already flipped Progeny.
Good night, Idealist.
Another Scion of Flame comes out, which is going to deal some more damage.
Extra pluses. Yeah, Idealist is not going to make it.
All right. So I brought a knife to a gunfight quite clearly here.
You didn't bring knife. Yes.
I should have brought a knife to this goop fight.
Well, I mean, he's just going to go after the Sentinels one by one now, so that's not that bad.
All right, Scholar. Help us out here.
I guess I could try to, like, save the day and stuff. If I could attract the damage from him to me, that would be good, but I don't really have a way to do that yet. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is look for a way to do that. Yeah, let's grab Proverbs and Axioms.
The Sentinel's trick to Progeny. Yes, get him flipped over. Poor Idealist. I had to take one for the team there. All right, I think I'm definitely going to start with team communication. All right, so I got a telekinetic wallop, Sentinel tactics, fling into darkness, and coordinated assault. All right. I wonder if it's even worth it to second chance just to have more fodder.
Sure. Just like the Sentinels can be the targets that goes after while everyone else kills Progeny.
Yeah, I mean the problem is that he's got two things that are going to do 6. He's going to kill all of them unless something changes.
No, he's not.
The Scion of Flame increases. Like, each of those is going to do 3 damage to everything. Right?
Why don't you read the cards?
Oh, I see. It's only when they come into play. All right. So he's only going to go after 1 because of his end of his villain turn. Okay. Yeah, and Fling into Darkness isn't really going to do much. And then that's not going to do
Blackcoat is pretty good because he has damage boost to himself, but it's not huge. Yeah, like Restorative Burst would be good, but it's up to you. So, like, they have lots of good options, so.
Yeah, I think I prefer Restorative Burst, and I'll keep that second chance for later. Heal everybody up a bit here. And
yeah, it's nice to have second chance because Dr. Medico might go down. So
yeah, so I was actually thinking of using Mainstay's power here, but I guess there's not broad damage.
Yeah, if he does some area damage, that'll help.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I draw a Human Shield. Not bad. So my home theater is finally almost fixed. I got our new couches this past week, and I can actually like sit down there and watch movies and play games again in my own space, and it is glorious. Good. At some point I'll be posting a bunch of pictures now that it is like it looks like a real theater that you can actually sit in and watch movies, and that is very exciting for me. The new projector is on its way, and once that gets here, that is like the final piece I'm still waiting for.
Cool.
It's 4K. It's very exciting.
I'm going to do our first damage to the villain.
Woohoo! All right. Oh, yeah, forgot that I had that.
Yeah, Cleansing Downpour is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Especially with the Scholar in the game. I was going to get Mortal Form out next turn, so...
Nice. Ugh. Not great.
Well, maybe I won't get Mortal Form.
All right, so the Scion of Blight. Destroy one Scion card. All right, so we're going to take a bunch of damage here, but we will be able to get rid of one of those Scions of Flame.
Yeah.
Idealist just squeaks by, but I think she's going to probably take the brunt in a minute.
She's alive.
All right.
Well, that Ethereal Bonds is annoying. I can retcon it with Guise. So, for now...
I can also flash flood it if we need to.
I mean, I may as well use retcon.
Okay.
Unless you have something else. I guess if you don't have anything else you want to do, then you could do that. Maybe you don't.
Not much. I mean, I can get out Grievous Hailstorm and then just heal, and then we've got it.
Yeah, our Vicious Cyclone on Progeny. It is Magical Rain. I will have everyone draw a card. Alchemical Redirection, that's good.
Team Communication, I'll take it.
All right, everyone gets to regain 2 hit points or deal themselves damage and use a power. Do with that. I don't think the order matters.
Yeah, so each character card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just take the hit points.
Indeed.
Though dealing yourself damage to use Grievous Hailstorm or Cleansing Downpour is probably better.
That's true.
For the team.
Yeah, it's a trade-off of 1 to a total of what?
Hey, good. Offensive Transmutation. I've got all sorts of great stuff. Assuming I can deal damage someday.
All right, well, let's not dismiss anything, because it could happen. All right, so do I want to do this? Definitely start with Team Communication. Durasteel Chains, there we go.
It's going to draw all your signatures into your hand.
Aura Vision. Another second chance. Excellent. And Telekinetic Wallop. All right, so... let me look at my options here. Yeah, like I might Durasteel Chains... and then use Mainstay's power, and then next turn get out that Human Shield. Maybe not. Let me see what my other options are. Or I could Sentinel Tactics, and then like deal some damage with Idealist, and then also use Mainstay.
Sentinel Tactics is good to have out.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to do.
It pays dividends.
Yes, I'm still myself. When I have the option to deal damage, I will try to take it. Yeah, Sentinels have tons, so I'm fine to discard for this. I think I will get rid of...
Probably Fling in the Darkness.
Yeah, I was looking at like that, or maybe one of the Telekinetic Wallops, but those are really good. Yeah, Fling in the Darkness is fine. Another Restorative Burst. Yeah, she went down quick, but she's back and hanging on.
All right, so you were going to Flash Flood, or do you have something else you want to play now?
I'm fine to Flash Flood it. If you want to do something else. Oh yeah, Ant-Man and Wasp trailer is out, and you should, if you're into trailers, you should go watch that trailer. I think it looks great. Very excited.
Then I will punch. I want the plus. Yeah, I guess I'll go with Guise the Barbarian. Sure. I guess, interesting, I could copy Sentinel Tactics. I'd say the first time one of Guise deals damage, I use a power. But I don't really have other powers, so... Could be handy with Let Me See That and stuff, but... It's of limited use. Who wants to discard?
I also will mention that
I guess you're probably not going to play like Localized Hurricane. You're just going to be
that's fine. And I have Reclaimed from the Deep, so if anybody gets stuck having to get rid of something, we can get it back.
So Asana Blight doing multiple damages in a turn is the key to avoid the drawback a little bit.
Alright, so let's Flash Flood those bonds away. And we'll heal it up. Another Cleansing Downpour.
Why not both?
Why not both?
Oh, that's going to be good for us.
I like that a lot. The Sentinels really like that a lot. Scion of the Storm. Alright, so this one... It deals each one lightning damage, then if there's 3 right, at the end of the villain turn, play the top card of the villain deck. Oh, well, that's not fun.
Yeah, the play the top card thing isn't great. Yeah, Sign of Blight is annoying, but we do have a lot of cards, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was just going through that same calculation in my head. Like, do we want to lose the cards, or do we want to get rid of some of this damage boost? I think probably the damage boost is a better choice here.
Sure. Sign of the Storm, yeah, is the worst, and we want to get rid of that, but you can't get rid of itself. Oh, Sign of Frost can get rid of it for us. Sign of Frost lets him heal, which is annoying, but... So yeah, this is... the Sentinels are going to just soak all this, which is nice.
Scion of the Storm is the worst. Scion of Frost is the worst. Scion of Blight is the worst.
Scions are the worst.
Yep.
I know what you want me to play.
Yep. My favorite card. It's basically the best card ever. That. After the best card ever.
I'm playing this.
Awesome.
Excellent. Keep moving. That's what I want.
Yep.
Get out of the way. Limited usefulness, but it's okay. All right. So the first time you hit him in the turn, we discard a card, and he regains 2. So if you're not hitting him for
more than 1, yeah.
If you're hitting him for 1, we're losing it.
Got it. All right. So. Yeah, so I could... How do I want to do this? Like, I could telekinetic wallop for a net of 1, and then use the Idealist power for another 2, and then Mainstay's power to block because of Sentinel Tactics. I think I'm walking through this correctly. Or I could Durasteel Chains... and basically just...
I do more damage right now. Coordinated Assault does more damage.
Oh, right.
And Durasteel Chains is also a good idea.
Right. So, yeah, if I Coordinated Assault, then I can do Idealist Power. Wait. There isn't a way for me to play more than 1 card right now. Yeah, I'll just... That's fine. I'm going to do this. Coordinated Assault. Heal, 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 and heal. And then... Yeah.
Don't think the order matters.
All right. What has he got?
Guys can discard 1.
Yep. All right.
As soon as I get a couple more cards for Guise, I can do, on Sentinel Tactics and then deal damage and use my power every turn. That'd be
Nice.
great. Yeah, positive energy field is pretty great. The Sentinels are like almost at full health.
Yeah.
And it'll eventually start healing the Scholar and dealing damage. Well, maybe not, because it'll just keep trying to heal the Sentinels and it can't, but...
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe we'll get another one in a minute.
It's true.
Like, what's the one that could make those have HP? That would be fantastic.
Nothing.
Oh, right. It's only ongoings and equipment. It's not all cards. Ah, bummer.
Who wants to discard a card? How about the Sentinels? You have lots of cards.
Yeah, that's fine. But what to discard? I don't want to get rid of either of those. I definitely don't want to get rid of that. Yep.
Your favorite signature card.
Yeah.
Is it still your favorite?
I'd have to remember what the rest of them are. I don't think so. You've turned me around onto Caligula's form. I think I definitely dig Caligula's form.
I want Guys to be able to copy Caligula's form. You should find it, and I can copy it.
So, just FYI, he is going to flip back this turn. Because if Tempest heals everybody, then everyone will be 10 and over.
Okay.
So do we want
But
that
then
to
he'll hit
happen?
Idealist and flip back.
Sure, but I just wanted to make sure we know what's what.
I think that's fine. Let's see. I think I'm going to play Gritty Reboot. That's going to end up with more cards.
Everyone I know is dead.
Everyone I know is dead.
There's blatant reference. Guess I should have saved my barbarian form.
No, I'm not actually gonna. The world is not moving, everybody. I'm just moving my computer closer to myself because
The world is moving.
I wanted it to be closer so I could just lean back and not have to squint. All right. Are we dying to reclaim anything from the deep here?
I could get best card ever.
Yeah, I think
But
everybody's
it's
got
not a
enough.
big deal.
Yeah, well, I mean, my only
I've
other
got
thing
lots
I
of
was
cards.
thinking was that I would get the other cleansing downpour out just in case I got the ability to use 2 powers, because I don't know that I'm
Sure.
really going to need the Grievous Hailstorm.
You might want to hang onto it in your hand, though, in case it gets destroyed.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll reclaim from the deep. Everybody can go digging and see what they like.
I'll get that back. That's a good one. Draw more cards. You can draw more cards.
Yeah, I'm going to get that team communication. And sure.
It'd be good
just-
to get a flash flood.
yeah, get that
because
flash flood in case the environment throws us a curveball.
Because the Idealist is already at 10 hit points.
Yep.
Well, are you going to damage... You're not going to damage Progeny this turn, right? So I'm going to hit Guise with this
Okay.
so he can draw a card instead of someone having to
Yep.
discard a card.
Yep. Yeah, so there's some talking about which ones they like, and that's exactly. I'm trying to figure out how to get the mainstay tanks everything situation happening. I've got the cards to do it. I just haven't quite implemented it yet. So.
You just have to play them.
Yep. Imbued vitality.
There's Imbued Vitality. He's going to attack all of our ongoings and equipments on his turn.
Fun times. The inevitable. Obvious futility. But it's got HPs.
Does. And 2 damaged everything.
Yeah, I'm definitely very interested to play the Void Guard where they each have their own deck. Like, that's going to be really fun, I have a feeling.
You should log on to the Mega Computer.
I should. I have not played Mega Computer in a very, very long time.
Oh, I guess I should discard a card.
Honestly, these days, I really don't... occasionally I will play Sentinels, not on Tuesday nights, but, 98% of the Sentinels that I play is played right here, live and direct, 20 minutes into the future. I think the last time I was playing more was when we were doing a lot of testing for some of the unlocks for the fall of the variants. I would play games to just to help try and test out some of the unlock conditions. That's usually when I play a lot, is when there's new characters or new variants to unlock, stuff like that. Uh-oh, someone's sneaking in behind you. Who was that, John?
Probably a migrant artist.
Migrant artist, indeed.
All right, I will blow up this obvious futility with my hit point damage.
I'm sorry, Belsorcier. I know, I don't play as much Sentinels. Honestly, I've been, like, when I fire up Steam to play one of our games these days, it's One Deck Dungeon. Sorry. I've been playing a lot of One Deck Dungeon. Not just because it's in heavy testing right now, but because it is, we're prepping it for greater things. And frankly, every time I launch it these days, there's something new because, John and the team are all being very diligent to add new features and new bits. And so like every couple days I'll launch it and there's something new to explore and do. And there's less of that with Sentinels right now because, we're in the back end programming of Sentinels. A lot of it hasn't made its way into the UI yet. So it's not my plan to stop playing Sentinels. Sentinels is a game I will always be playing, but I just don't play as much of it right now. All right, so yeah, I think this is probably the time to get that Durasteel chains out. And everybody's still got their stuff.
There's no point dealing damage because unless you want to hit Guise for a card, but because you'll just heal it back.
Yeah, so. And I don't have the ability to do more than 1 damage here, so
I guess you could heal the Scholar for 3 and then. Oh. But he might want to block instead.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, so if I heal you for 3, you're going to do a net 6?
I'll do 4 net.
6 net 4, yeah, with the 2. Okay. I like that trade-off.
I guess, you should use the Idealist then and hit him, and then it'll be net 6.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Yes, so I'll do that.
If you can do that.
And then I will do my thing. To do the thing. And then we'll do that. So we can heal.
What? Okay. You just didn't do the thing we decided you were going to do?
What did I...
Oh,
shoot! Oh, yes, I went into autopilot. What did you just do? I went into autopilot. That's my bad.
You're just hitting him with the Idealist, then don't.
Then, yeah, the second power is the other thing, right? Got it. So the second power is Dr. Medico. Come on. There we go. On the Scholar. Everyone drink! All right.
Everyone drink.
Ugh, my cup is empty. That is an unacceptable situation.
Someone has to discard.
Right.
I can discard one of these Truth Seekers. I don't need that.
Yeah, so JCC says if it makes me feel any better, they're always rewinding because they forget their own plans. If it's just me playing and I'm not also trying to keep track of what John is doing and read the chat and try to also be somewhat entertaining, I tend to be a lot better at this game. But I think if anybody ever watched, there's been, I think, twice that I did the stream all by myself on a Tuesday. And man, did I play poorly those nights, because trying to keep track of everything that's happening on the screen while also being engaging with the chat and all the rest of it, it's just, my brain is not built to do that many things all at once. And so I honestly don't know how Zach and Mark do it on their shows where it's just them and they're not only talking to the chat and when it comes to Mark planning out strategy and really paying attention to what's happening, and Zach actually telling a full story. I have no idea how they do it. They're amazing. I just show up and play cards and make mistakes so that everybody can make fun of me. It works out well, for me at least. Oh yeah, Lou Dolphin says, I think an interesting statistic to be able to acquire is the average number of rewinds per villain in the game. I wonder, would that be something we'd be able to get from the analytics?
Not really.
I think? Yeah, it would be
I
tough.
guess maybe.
we'd have to do a number of sort of queries and then some correlations of data. But I think we probably track almost all of those things. But yeah, fine. It's not something where we could push a button and say, which villain has the most rewinds? It would be a fun project for someone. Maybe I'll put Krista on that tomorrow. All right, Krista, dig into the Google Analytics and figure this thing out.
Krista has better things to do.
Krista does have better things to do. And she does them very well. All right. Man, I wish I had more things to hit with my Chain Lightning. Yeah, I feel like I don't need to Flash Flood to get rid of that imbued vitality unless we're really concerned about losing some of our stuff. They're all kind of low. I guess they're down to like 3s.
You're going to be healing them for 2.
That's true. What's this one again? No. Yeah, I'm just going to put this out and hang on to it in case we need it for later, and I'm just going to heal.
Hey. How about the Sentinels discard one of those telekinetic wallops you don't really need?
That's fine. Krista has never once in the history of Handelabra gotten me coffee. That being said, so she's got better things to do, like getting Jeremy coffee. Actually, that's not entirely accurate.
Yeah, I would imagine that's not true at a show.
At a show, yes, like twice. I think 2 times at like a show, like PAX or something. She's gone to get herself coffee, and I'm like, oh hey, when you're done with your lunch and on your way back, if you could bring me a thing. But I've never actually sent her to say, hey, I want to sit at my desk and keep being like a CEO, so please go get me coffee. That is not a thing I've ever had her do.
Everyone gets each other coffees at shows.
I have, however, had her get me lunch, but it's always a thing where I'm like, hey, when you go to get your lunch, enjoy your lunch, do whatever you're doing, and on your way back, if you would pick me up some lunch and bring it back to me in the office, that would be great. I tend to work at I like to eat at my desk. It's just, that's the way that I am. Once I get to my desk, I try not to leave it. Except for the essentials. Like, I don't take an hour-long lunch where I, like, disappear and, like, go, like, check out. When I check out, I just open up, like, a Netflix tab and watch a half an hour of Archer while I eat my lunch or something like that.
So due to my sophisticated Guise tactics, since I dealt damage, I am now able to use the power as well. That's Guise tactics.
Guise tactics.
Do I want to play
Sentinel
a card
Guise
or
sticks.
draw a card? I feel like playing a card. Total beefcake. And I get to deal more damage.
The bubbles are explosive!
I guess Mainstay has damage reduction. And the bubbles will hit Progeny. Oh no. Who wants to discard for the bubbles? I guess the Scholar can. I'm not going to use Flesh to Iron. I need to take more damage. No.
Oh, Citizen says there's a reason Krista doesn't do a Minia Twain cosplay. As soon as you said that, I was like, man, she would rock a Misinformation cosplay. Like, I'm assuming everybody saw her Night Mist that she did at PAX East this past year. It was amazing. She also did, actually, I don't think anybody ever got to see it. She had put together an Absolute Zero for Gen Con, but she realized too late that she couldn't put herself in it. She needed help to put it on, so she didn't end up showing up at the Gen Con thing with that cosplay, unfortunately. She did do a baseball tachyon, though, at Gen Con, which was pretty great.
I don't think the order really matters here, because the bubbles will get killed.
Yeah, the problem is if she did an Minia Twain cosplay and then got me coffee, I would probably be dead. Yeah, I will actually, I don't think I'm talking out of class when I say this, that there is a depiction of Guise on a card that will be coming with Oblivion that everybody will get to see, which is very interesting. That I've already started to think about how I might update my Guise cosplay to be able to execute that. It's not going to be easy, but I have some ideas.
I am triple mortal formed.
Oh boy. I was going to say, I think it's time to recover transmutatively.
Transmutatively, yes. Progeny gets to do stuff, but that's fine. How about Sentinels or Tempest? Discard a card.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, Sentinels is fine. I'm sure I can find something. Like, yeah, I really want to keep that. Am I ever going to use that? Yeah.
You're not going to use Human Shield. We don't need it. We're kicking butt.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm about to draw 4, so really any of those I can get rid of, but I'm not going to use this turn, and I think it'll be fine.
Progeny is dead. Dead to me.
So what you're saying is Progeny's head is going to shoot off into the sky like a bullet?
It's going to be so cool.
A very goopy bullet, maybe?
I'm going to discard this to deal damage. And use a power. I'm going to draw a card this time. Another copy if I can do that too.
Is there a Fanatic bottom of the 9th variant?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's see.
Yep.
So Fanatic, there's definitely Captain Cosmic, there's definitely Argent Adept.
I believe she's a pitcher.
Definitely Haka. And definitely Tempest, yeah. Yeah, Fanatic was the only one I wasn't sure of, but if you tell me there is, I believe you. Alright, so let's communicate with the team. Positive energy. Unique capabilities.
I think you still have Cligginus form in your deck.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that one yet. Yep. Alright.
And Guise is also copying that if you play it.
Yeah, so where did that one go? Unique capabilities.
Oh, and Hippocratic Oath, which Guise actually doesn't want. I guess actually, if Guise would deal damage, he would just heal the Scholar. So that would actually be really good. Oh yeah, you have another unique capabilities.
Yeah, I just drew it, so boom.
And then when Guise goes to deal damage, he'll heal the Scholar. That'll be great.
All right, so then I'm going
Guise
to
shenanigans.
Positive energy, because I think on the balance, like if I positive energy, everybody heals a bunch. Then I can use the Idealist to deal some damage, and I can Dr. Medico to heal you, and we can just put the hurt on everything.
First Progeny is going to do his thing.
Yeah, I'm not going to use this.
Yeah, you don't actually... Well, that's a good one to keep. That's each hero target gains 1. Just get rid of the other one.
I've got 2 of each of them, so given where we're at in this game, I think it's going to be all right.
Next thing I'm going to do is have Guise copy the Scholar. That's always fun too.
All right, so
I wish Guise could copy both the Scholar and the Sentinel. That would be crazy.
all right, so I'm still in this phase, so I can do this, deal 2 damage, and then those get discarded, and then I will use this to heal this guy.
And do 9 damage. I can discard a card. Let's discard this one to damage Progeny. But I can't damage Progeny. I must heal. I must heal the Scholar. That turns it into 3 damage.
So I know that a bunch of you out there have diligently filled out our survey, but for any of you...
Oh, I guess that stops my Sentinel tactics from happening, but oh well.
But for any of you who have not, I just put that link in there. Please do send it to any friends of yours who might have ever heard of Sentinels, or maybe even didn't, if they just like card games or video games or console games. We are still collecting some information to help us decide sort of where to go next with Sentinels. Obviously, it's doing great on mobile, it's doing great on Steam, but we think it could maybe make a splash on console, so we're gathering some information just to see just how much demand there might be there and how we might go about funding it. So we'd love to get any input from anyone you know who's at all interested in these types of games. Even if they are not interested in Sentinels, that is also valuable information. So we'd love it if you would spread that around. And if you haven't filled it out, please do visit that link and give us a quick, probably about 5-7 minutes total. We would really appreciate it. Thanks.
You were AFK.
I know. I was
trying
trying to get the link and stuff. So that's fine. Thank you.
All right. The Scholar has managed to get back to full hit points.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah. So we have to punch him or something. I don't know if I can even really effectively punch him. I guess I could use the Idealist power to punch him for 2. And that's probably better than just punching Progeny. Which is kind of hilarious. But
yeah.
I could also use Bring What You Need, which I think is what I want to do. Oh, I can't use Bring What You Need. All right, I'm just going to use Idealist power to shoot the Scholar. And 17th Floor says the bubbles will do it. That's true, but not in time for Tempest to heal the Scholar, which is what I want. And I will draw a card. Yeah. And I will punch the Scholar, because I don't want to punch Progeny.
All right, so do we want to keep those explosive bubbles around?
They're not doing anything.
Yeah, I'm looking at this like, I mean, I guess I could Gene Bound Shackles, but I'm probably still just going to heal. So I was thinking
like Gene Bound Shackles, and then next turn you can do Chain Lightning and
yeah, I guess
do extra damage.
Yeah,
whatever.
Fair enough.
Or just Chain Lightning now if you want. I don't know.
It's fine. At this point, we're just deciding how it's all going to go down, not if
Basically.
It's going to go down. Yeah, that'll be a thing that we kickstart in 4 years, is an AI that can find out the optimum way to play a game of Sentinels in the fewest possible moves from this point in the game or something like that. That would actually be really fun. Yeah, so Jesse C says, I feel like a console Sentinels Kickstarter would be like 25% people who want the console version and 75% people who just want story mode and see anything else as gravy. Honestly, that is an insight we are trying to figure out. The 3 consoles that we would potentially be targeting are sort of the big 3 right now: PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch. And the idea here is to figure out and this is why I'm asking you to send this to people who maybe don't already own Sentinels, is we're trying to figure out, yes, we know that there are a lot of super fans out there who have bought it on mobile, and then they bought it on Steam, and they would buy it again on console. I'm sure, believe it or not, I'm sure there are even people out there who would go out and buy a console just to buy Sentinels on it, and we appreciate those people. But that's not how we decide whether or not this is going to be a viable actual market for this game. We want to know what kind of people out there have we not been able to get to yet with the various platforms that we already have. So
I need you to vote.
Yeah, I have to say, like, as much as I used to play mostly games on my iPad, ever since I got my Switch, like, that's my commute device, and I played like 98% Binding of Isaac. And if there was Sentinels on the Switch, I would absolutely play that. So
You can use Sentinel Tactics and heal the Scholar.
Yeah, interestingly, some of the data that we've already discovered is that of people who own more than one console, the majority of the second console they own is a Switch. So it's like of people who own PlayStations and Xboxes, the majority of them also own a Switch. And when asked which console would you want to play Sentinels on, Switch is way ahead of the other two. So that is something that we have learned so far. But that's only, to be fair, that's only me looking at people who own more than one console and how they would compare it. There's a lot of data that we're gathering, and I have not gone through all of it yet by any stretch of the imagination. So I'm sure there's a lot of different ways to cut this data and say, like, oh, well, people who only play it who only own Xbox obviously want an Xbox. People who only play it on PlayStation, but one of the things I was looking at was like, where is the demand going to be strongest in a vacuum? Where is the demand strongest in people who own more than one, et cetera, et cetera. So
Hero cards cannot be played. That won't save you, Progeny. I think we can beat him with just powers at this point.
Yep. Hey, 17th Lord, I've got news for you. I own all three. Although right now, my Xbox One, the only game that I've bought recently for the Xbox One was Cuphead, and I played that a bunch. But now it's basically a glorified Blu-ray player in our living room. I've been playing... ever since I got my theater set up again, I've been playing, finally getting back to Horizon Zero Dawn, which is a game that every time I played it before, it's like I felt like I wanted to like it more than I did, so I'm trying to give it one last shake. And then the next game I'm going to get for the PlayStation is probably Nier Automata, which I've heard really good things about, and I really want to try it. So that's going to be the next like big console game that I do.
Are console wars still a thing? I feel like that's like, and maybe I just don't care anymore, but I feel like it's not as big a thing as it used to be. Maybe I just don't pay attention. That's possible.
Yeah, I don't know that it's like console wars in the way that it used to be, because yes, like as they're talking about in the chat, a lot of games just end up on both.
Heal the Scholar. Oh, I guess he's not hurt enough to heal. Oh, he is hurt enough. You can heal him for 3, and then we can end the game.
I was gonna say I could hit him with the Idealist, and then heal him with.
That's true. He has enough space to heal him, so.
Yeah, but I kind of want to do this anyway.
Sure, do whatever you want.
So I will do that, and then do this, and then the game will be over.
I mean, I could just choose to kill the Idealist now. Instead.
Oh, actually, so someone said don't forget Steam versus GOG. So we've actually had a number of people request the ability to buy Sentinels on GOG, but for those of you who don't use GOG, it's actually even more curated than Steam. And just on a lark, a couple weeks ago, I actually submitted Sentinels to GOG to say, hey, we've got fans who've asked for it here. What do you think? And they said, no, thank you. They were like, no, thanks. We don't actually want, we're not looking for mobile ports. That's what they've decided that we are. We're a mobile port. And so they said, no thanks. And we said, oh, okay, well, you say so. Yeah,
well, there
sorry,
you go.
Bumblebee.
Now we can tell people that GOG doesn't want us.
Yep. So yeah, the next time people ask us with that, we will tell them flat out, like, hey, we tried. Yeah, they have a really draconian approval system. I was surprised because like we don't consider ourselves to be a mobile port. Like we are a strategy game that is available on multiple platforms.
Yeah, our game is most popular on Steam.
Yeah, and actually I did respond. I was like, I appreciate that we did launch on tablet 2 months before we launched on Steam, but like Steam players outnumber mobile players by a significant factor. So we definitely consider, yeah, we're a cardboard port. Exactly, Citizen. That's what we are. We're not a mobile port. We're a cardboard port. But they didn't respond to that. So, wah, wah, wah.
I feel like there's no, like, with Unity, it's not really, mobile port is not a thing. You are just deploying to multiple platforms.
Yeah, and the other thing about that is, and because I thought about this when I got that email back from them, bottom of the ninth on Steam definitely feels more like a game that was a mobile game that got ported to Steam. Sentinels, to me, does not. And I think some of the differences there are not whether it, like, plays for a touchscreen or how it feels like it's designed. It's more the, like, heaviness of the game. Bottom of the ninth plays quick. And I think Bottom of the ninth feels like a mobile, quote-unquote, game because you can pop it open, you can play a game in, like, 3 minutes and then be done. Sentinels, the best games of Sentinels take 20 minutes, I would say, minimum. I mean, I'm sure you can get ones quicker than that if you try to speedrun it, but like a good solid game of Sentinels is a 20-minute at least sort of investment, and I feel like that doesn't feel like a very mobile experience, whatever the UI is. And obviously, as we said, Steam is the #1 place where people like to play Sentinels. So, all right,
well,
I feel very strongly that
too
I want
bad, GOG.
Yeah, so maybe they'll get back to us when they realize that we're coming to consoles, and they're like, oh man, we had the chance to get these guys back when they were blah blah blah. I want to play in either Silver Gulch or the Final Wasteland, but other than that, I am completely open for Game 2. What do you think?
Doesn't matter to me.
All right, I'm gonna keep shuffling here until I get one of those two. Silver Gulch, Kaargra Warfang.
All right, I'm just gonna pick 2 random heroes.
Yeah, and I got Chrono-Ranger, which I'm pretty happy with, and Expatriette. See if we can get the Seeker with the Seeker. All right, cool. Kaargra not just traveling through space, but also traveling through time. Yeah, yes. So when you say technically it is a mobile port, that is true in as much as like it launched on mobile first, but like, yeah, it's not a mobile port. And I'm pretty sure I could find Five Nights at Freddy's on GOG, although I should probably check that before I say I'm pretty sure because I don't know. But that is like pure mobile port. So, anyway, come and fight for my pleasure, you worthy combatants. Find out for glory. Think good and hard, partner. I aim to put you down, and I don't miss. So Chrono-Ranger opens with a bounty board, no executions, Ranger's Mark, and Temporal Grenade. Omnitron University has got Bioengineering Beam, Focus Plasma Cannon, Innervation Ray, and Temporal Shielding. Expatriette has got an Arsenal Access, Hair Trigger Reflexes, Speed Loading, and Tactical Shotgun. And Captain Cosmic Requital has got a Cosmic Crest, Destructive Response, Harsh Offense, and Sustained Influence. See what Kaargra has for us. Justice C says we can put the game in their wish list and drum up votes if we're really serious about it, but that's sometimes work to get them to change their minds. Yeah, if you guys wanted to do that, we wouldn't dissuade you from that. But we kind of did it as sort of a lark, like, oh, let's see, that would be a relatively low impact way for us to grow the market a bit, because we would basically just have to take the game as it is now, swap out a bunch of the APIs to cover their APIs versus the Steam APIs, and maybe that would be fine. I don't know how much work it would be, but it's less work than a console port, and so that's why I did the reach out to them just to see. Also because my understanding is that they sometimes actually provide money to do that sort of thing, and so we were sort of hoping that they might be interested. But if they're not, then we can just focus on other things. Oh, Five Nights at Freddy's is not on GOG. Okay, fair enough.
Who wants to be hit by impassable Andalin? Chrono-Ranger.
Yeah, Chrono-Ranger. Could take it. He's back home again. Good old Silver Gulch. Yeah, I've
So
definitely
Death
never.
Caller is available.
I've definitely never played Kaargra in Silver Gulch because I've never heard like the background sound from the Coliseum over the Silver Gulch music. So I'm very excited about this combination. All right, let's see here. I don't have any in my trash. I don't think I need either one of those yet.
No Executions is great.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
And they won't get recovered from the trash.
Yeah, who is going to be our number one of these
Ashclaw.
three? Ashclaw? All right.
Ashclaw is currently preventing someone from dealing damage. Omnitron.
Yeah, I mean, GOG is a really interesting store because they started basically as a place for... My understanding is that they started as a place for sort of abandonware, like old games. I mean, it stands for, like, good old games is what GOG stands for. And so the idea was it was a place to sort of get games that you couldn't get anywhere else.
Certainly not abandonware.
Well, not necessarily abandonware, but it was definitely, like, games that were no longer...
Like, because it's on GOG, it's by definition not abandonware.
Well, yeah, but I actually think that some of their initial stuff was things that were, like... so old that the publishers were like out of business and they were trying to figure out a way to get those games out there. I mean, maybe I'm overstating it, but it was definitely a lot of older games, like, you know, that were from like the 80s and 90s that like people still wanted to play for whatever reason. And yeah, lots of abandonware ended up on GOG and is thus no longer abandonware, right?
All right, temporal shielding is not really that useful in this fight, so I'm gonna try to keep a couple components out and see how that works. And I'll be able to get Death Caller if an environment target comes out. So we'll see how that goes.
Hey, I was right. It did start out as a way to basically legalize abandonware. Hooray! All right. Yeah, I definitely am going to start with this, and I'll probably arsenal access next turn. Yay! Let's get some favor here. Yeah, everyone, feel free to follow Jesse C's link if you think that you would actually like to have Sentinels on GOG. Maybe we'll turn them around.
I will deal 6 damage at once because I am Captain Cosmic and I'm really lucky.
I think I bought Giants Citizen Kabuto from GOG because I wanted to play it again, and I remember that being a game that I really loved for, you know, half a minute back in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Would anyone like an augmented ally to discard a card to use a power at the start of their turn?
Neither of mine need it right now. But, I mean, if you're looking to do something with it, you could probably put her on Expatriette. She could find a way to use it at some point, I think.
You could use it on your turn.
I'm saying I don't know that I would use it this turn. But I might use it in the future. I'd have to look and see where we're at when it comes around next turn.
Okay, I'm going to blow it up then.
Okay.
And I get a title for that.
The Living Weapon.
Hey, Energy Bracer.
All right, we're ahead of the game for the moment. And out comes Cyrus. Cyrus is trying to get some favor here. That would be awesome.
I played a game on the tabletop where we tracked favor for the environment.
Yeah?
In the Enclave. They didn't come close to winning, but it was fun to do.
Oh man,
So,
Leisure Suit
Chat wants to
Larry.
keep track. Silver Gulch has 1 favor point.
Yeah.
If the explosive wagon blows up, I guess it could potentially win.
Yeah. Oh man, the explosive
comes
like
Kaargra.
imagine if like the Seeker got onto the explosive wagon, because isn't that what triggers the Seeker?
Dealing damage.
Yeah. It could get the indiscriminate pretty easily.
All right, who wants to take 4 damage from Kaargra?
I'm thinking, yeah, that's fine.
Well, the other one's going to take 3. Well, I guess it's not the other one. Whatever. We off to destroy cards.
And so no executions.
I get to deal damage, and I may as well destroy Ashclaw before he hits us. New title.
Lost my shotgun, but I have another one. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about the, you were asking about the construct, like, I wasn't really sure if I was going to have the ability to use another power at that point, so.
Also might not have, it probably would have been destroyed.
Yeah. We hate you.
I don't want my component to be destroyed. We'll see. Yay, safe.
All right.
So if you can play 3 cards in a turn or destroy a target with your innate power. Actually, Omnitron-U should have gotten that title because I destroyed. Oh, did that come out? That was there before. I don't know if that counts because I didn't directly destroy it with my innate power, but based on an effect of my innate power that happened later. I think it should count, though. It's a pretty edge case.
Yeah, I think... Do we get favor for destroying environment targets, right? Yeah, non-hero. Yep. Yeah. All right. So I wonder if. Yeah, I don't think the math is going to work out on that. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna get my Well, Kaargra's in place, so we want to get rid of her as fast as possible.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to temporal grenade. And I'm going to hit Kaargra for 1.
And she heals for 1.
Ugh, right. Well.
You can hit Demkarn for 1. That is basically what you can do.
Ah. There's the Seeker. All right.
Cool. Omnitron can get it, or we can let Expatriette get it if you want.
Let me see what she's got. I know that I've got another shotgun. I have hair trigger reflexes.
Yeah, if you can get some area damage, then getting the secret will be really good.
Yeah.
So I'll let you get it.
Okay.
Just make sure to shoot impassable Andalin with your shotgun. Oh, weird. Kaargra Warfang didn't heal. Weird stuff happening here. I guess get the Coil Blaster, and maybe I'll play that Bioengineering Beam. What kind of damage does she deal? Just melee. Yeah, if I had ablative coating, I would definitely put that into play.
Your grandmother, your granddaughter is harder than that. Alright, so we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. The Seeker on the Seeker. Good times.
Okay. Let's go with an energy bracer on myself. And see what my power does. Oh, good. Just in time. Another energy bracer on myself. And wounding buffers. I don't actually want to put them on myself because I'm probably not going to get dealt damage, but Expatriette's going to get dealt damage as the highest, so Expatriette is going to get wounding buffers on her. And they can all deal 0 damage.
Stay in the portal.
DDC, you might like to know that Jagged Alliance 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I don't even know how many hours I spent playing Jagged Alliance series. Many, many, many hours. We have to discard a card. Oh, we don't have to discard a card. We don't.
Yeah.
Cool. Sustain the portal is just going to do its thing. Okay.
So what is Jagged Alliance? Tell me
You
about
don't know
it.
what Jagged Alliance is?
I do not.
It is one of the best squad-based tactical games. Like XCOM.
Gotcha.
Type of game. Like, it's very much inspired by original XCOM, where you have the global, the high-level strategy where you do base building and that sort of thing, and management, as well as low-level squad combat.
Oh, why those fans got to be so fickle? That's dirty pool right there. Yeah, I tried whatever the recent XCOM update, and I don't know. Despite the fact that I love Civilization and those kinds of like games that are not super twitchy but more sort of thinkers, I couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I really like the new XCOM. Oh, and Syndicate is great too. Syndicate's like a real-time game though. So if we choose Expatriette, she'll take damage, but the wounding buffers will hit the Turagon, or we could just choose Tapped Cosmic and take no damage. Do that.
Yeah, in terms of real time,
second highest, so okay, can be Expatriette.
Yeah. Like actual sort of RTS games, my buddy Jim was a huge StarCraft guy. I couldn't really get into it. I played a little bit of Warcraft 3, but the only one of those that I spent any real time with, from a real RTS point of view, was Command and Conquer Generals, which I dug a lot just because it was available on Mac and it played relatively well, and I liked the sort of where you'd sort of build to, like, one faction could get a nuke and the other one could get a Moab and the other one could get like a toxic, like, chemical weapon bomb or whatever. And I played that for a while and I enjoyed it, but I always ended up going back to Civilization. The real-time stuff always made me, like, too nervous. Like, I gotta build this thing, but wait, I gotta update this other thing, but like I was never super good at it. So.
Yeah, Jagged Alliance 2 introduced our like XCOM. The first original XCOM was 100% turn-based, which made it really slow when you're just trying to explore the map. But Jagged Alliance 2 introduced, I think actually Jagged Alliance 1 introduced a system where it's real time until you encounter an enemy. And so you can wander around and explore and set up your positioning, but then and then you don't have to worry about action points until you actually get into the combat. So
Gotcha.
And the new XCOM uses the same idea.
Yeah, but Louis, that was my same. I was never really into like, with Civilization, I have literally never played an online game of Civilization. Like, I don't like the idea of having to worry about the fact that there's another person. I think this is why I never got into MOBAs. This idea of, like, there isn't really a single-player game. You just get online and you play this fun, tactical sort of, but real-time thingy with a bunch of people online. Like, if I'm going to be playing real-time twitchiness, I'm going to be playing Halo. Like, first-person shooter, science fiction-y, not tactical, run and gun. I'm not going to be trying to, like, thinking about, like, flanking this person and blah, blah, blah. Like, I just want to shoot people.
Really interesting. There's a weird bug here where Reckless is not reacting to the damage from focused plasma cannon.
Interesting.
I understand that is the case. Maybe because it's irreducible, maybe because, I don't know, it was played before that card. I don't know. So I guess I could hit Dimkarn. Sure. Take that Dimkarn. And I guess I'm just going to play both my cards because I don't have I do have an equipment card, but I don't really care for it. So.
Yeah.
I
So
suppose I could use bioengineering, but.
I tried Heroes of the Storm. I installed it and I played it for like 5 minutes and I was like, yeah, this is not a thing that I'm interested in. Yeah, I literally, like I said, I've been playing a ridiculous amount of Binding of Isaac still. I will, when it's not my turn, I will open it up and tell you how many hours I have on that game. It's insane. Oh, I got another title. I don't remember.
17th Lair says, is it a bug from coming from the start of turn? I don't think so, because the other thing happened at the start of turn too. Yeah, I tried to point out to you that you got a title earlier, but you kept talking about whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, it happens.
There you go, submachine gun with the Seeker. That's
Nice.
what it's all about.
Yep.
All right, so who would do best with a dynamic siphon? I think it would be pretty good to have that on Expatriette, especially when she gets out the submachine gun. But I also want to make sure my constructs don't die. So I might actually go and heal the energy bracers up first. And also protects us from stupid environment damage.
I have played for 700 hours or more on the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, according to my Nintendo Switch.
Explosive wagon. Do not deal it damage unless you feel really like
feeling really squirrely.
Yes.
Yeah, no, we'll skip that.
Well, you can try dealing it damage, but you won't get through. Well, this can be Captain Cosmic. Ugh. Orem. Yes, shoot Orem.
Yeah.
I think Omnitron-U is going to blow up this turn. Captain Cosmic can do this because he might not blow up. We'll see. Oh yeah, he's going to blow up. I'll choose Omnitron. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll choose Expatriette first. Yeah, oh, I don't think it matters. Maybe it doesn't matter. Expatriette's just going to take damage, but Omnitron's going to deal damage. So whatever. Oh, I guess we have the, yeah, we have the wounding buffer, but yeah, it doesn't get the boost from the title. Well, here goes Omnitron. Actually, so Omnitron could kill Terragon Rex here and avoid having Expatriette take that damage. That's, I think, why I was thinking I wanted Omnitron to go first.
Okay.
But I don't think I needed Expatriette to get hit by the wounding buffer, so so we'll just go with it. And I'll kill Dimkarn and I'll kill Terragon.
Indiscriminate.
And he'll stop hitting me.
Alright, so Mindbreaker is out. Man, why couldn't that come out before now? Captain Cosmic would have it right now.
True. All right,
17 to 8. Yeah.
Chrono-Ranger needs to be more useful this game.
I know. Like, I was thinking to Ranger's Mark, but...
I mean, Compounded Bow is good.
Yeah, I mean, if we're trying to get Kaargra out, Compounded Bow is the best choice here, unless I had a way to play another card, which...
Yeah, you don't have your hat.
Yeah, I don't have the hat, so we'll just do this.
I mean...
This damage is nothing to sneeze at, so...
Yeah. That's pretty good. That's a favor.
Yeah.
Well, I could blow up the explosives wig. Maybe don't want to do that. Actually, yeah, it's interesting. Okay, I'll use my base power, and then I will see what card I draw. Oh, I get to play a card at the end of my turn, so I can play something that I take.
Yeah,
back.
so Balui says the Lego games
Oh, hey,
are surprisingly
Disruptive,
fun.
that's good.
Yeah, I love the Lego games. I had actually played every single one of them until they started to come out too often for me to actually get to them all. I did just get my son Lego Marvel 2, 3, 4. I don't know which one it is, but I got him that. We got the kids a second Switch to be their sort of like kids console this past Christmas, and I got him whatever the current Lego Marvel game is. And he's been digging it. It opens with the whole Guardians of the Galaxy thing, which is great.
I'm
last one of those I think I
ongoing
played.
cards so I can deal damage.
The last full Lego game I played from beginning to end was probably Lego DC 2 or 3, whatever it was. And obviously I played all through Lego Marvel. I played all the Star Wars ones, the Pirates of the Caribbean one, the Lord of the Rings ones. I love those games. They're so much fun.
All right, Omnitron did its part. Got 5 favor.
All right. So.
I vote for submachine gun.
Yeah.
You can put the seeker on everything, and then Captain Kaargra can blow up the explosives wagon and win the game for us. Maybe. I don't know if that'll work,
Yeah,
but
so
it seems
seeker.
exciting. I think I need Captain Cosmic to be the one that deals the damage. Oh, but wait, okay. So I could put a dynamic siphon on Expatriette and blow up. I don't know if I can blow up the explosives wagon intentionally, though. That's the thing. If I put a dynamic siphon on Expatriette, if it gets dealt damage, you can use submachine gun and like kill everything. But we don't have enough favor if I blow up the wagon now,
right?
To win. So, but we might lose if we don't. So that's a question.
All right. Yeah. So let's see if we. So you're saying you put a dynamic siphon on Expatriette. Let me look at what I have here. So I've got my shotgun and the submachine gun.
I don't even know if I can really. I have enough card plays to like do anything to reliably deal damage right now. So if I play a dynamic siphon, I have a good chance of like being able to deal damage by using my base power. So, and then pinging the dynamic siphon potentially to let Expatriate do something. So let's try that. We'll see what happens. Oh, hey, it gets hit by a Sadari. Amazing.
All right.
Yeah. So if you shoot the submachine gun, you will destroy the wagon.
I will destroy the wagon. Yes.
But I think, is that okay? So you're gonna get lots of favor before that. Like you'll get favor for destroying Aurum and doing the extra damage. That's going to be 2 favor. You're going to do a bunch of damage to Kaargra. That's going to be another. Actually, yeah, it's going to be the 4 damage to a few things. I feel like we'll be fine. Do it.
I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. All right. So first things first. So we'll get rid of Aurum. So that's favor and favor. And we'll hit. Oh, yeah, see, Kaargra's only 5.
Yeah, hit Kaargra. Now we're at 18. Yeah, we're going to be at 19.
All right, so there goes the wagon. Yes.
Oh, wait. We got a favor because you hit the wagon for enough points. So now we're at 20.
Oh,
this
all
is
right.
Perfect.
Awesome. So then
we got
Kaargra.
just enough because hitting the wagon got us to 20.
Nice.
And then you can have the wagon destroy Kaargra and we win. The real winner is the explosives wagon.
Nice.
That was great.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah,
it's great to just like most and everything. It's like, oh yeah, I'll shoot the wagon and go out in a blaze of glory as the winner. Boom goes the dynamite.
Kaargra, but you didn't. Nice try. All right. New game.
All right. 25-minute game. Baron Blade.
Ultimate Baron Blade. And
versus a team made to shut down this version of Baron Blade.
Let's see, who else? I feel like I want to pick someone outside of the norm for this one. Oh yeah, we were talking about bringing a knife to a gunfight. I'll bring a knife to a Baron Blade fight. Alright, so Ultimate Baron Blade, just to bring everybody up to speed if you're not familiar with the ultimate rules on Baron Blade. At the end of the villain turn, the top H-2 cards of the villain deck are discarded. Because remember, Baron Blade is trying to get 15 cards in his trash. And his challenge mode is that when he flips to the second side, the countdown does not end. So we have to completely defeat both sides of him before there are 15 cards in the trash. Let's make it happen.
Easy peasy.
Tremble, fools, the moon grows closer with your every breath. I have foreseen the consequences of this conflict. Alright. So the Visionary opens with a Cerebral Hemorrhage, Precognition, and 2 Rest the Minds. Young Legacy has got Danger Sense, Fortitude, Inspiring Presence, Surge of Strength.
Wow, what a hand for the Wraith.
The Wraith has got 3 Impromptu Inventions and the Throwing Knives. Holy setup for turn 1, Batman. And Schmatchman. And K.N.Y.F.E has got Battlefield Experience, Flawless Execution, Focusing Conduit Blade, and Prototype Servo Gauntlet. Yeah.
I think the only thing better would be to have a utility belt.
Yep.
But even then, like, it's still amazing. Doesn't matter what the other card is.
Alright, so we got a Mobile Defense, and we got an Elemental Redistributor.
Cool.
So we have to deal with the Mobile Defense platform. That's, non-negotiable. So you guys know that Dundee sequel is a joke, right? I don't know if everybody knows that or not. It's a viral marketing for a Super Bowl ad. It is not a real movie. So don't worry about not being excited about it.
Alright, I am just going to probably put a powder remote turret on top and let it rest the mind to shoot Baron Blade more. So that seems like a good plan. And mobile defense platform can go on the bottom. And I'm looking at myself so I can find a brain burn. I don't think I'm gonna need a cocoon this game.
Alright. Yeah, first things first. I think I'm going to Surge of Strength first. And then I will Inspiring Presence probably next turn.
17th Lord says, such as selling literal cardboard, you should have a look at the history of Nintendo at the things that they first sold as a company.
All that's new, all that's old is new again. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that Nintendo is like, well over 100 years old. Like, they think about like, they're a console game company. How could they be over 100 years old? Well, they weren't always a console game company.
I don't even know what to pick with all my impromptu inventions. Well, I think micro-targeting is a good choice. I'm just picking up all the things I want.
Yep.
I only get to play one, though, so I will play Utility Belt. Out of this.
Yeah, what is the power for this Wraith? Draw a card until the end of your next turn. Whenever you draw a card, you may discard a card. If you do, another player draws a card. Interesting. Yeah, I've definitely played it, but I haven't played it that much, so.
And let's play his ordinance.
Citizen says, Citizen says, I'm very amused when I see the Sid Meier's Civ board game because that's a board game version of a video game that was an adaptation of another board game, which is exactly kind of what we're doing with One Deck Dungeon. Like, One Deck Dungeon is a video game version of a tabletop game that was meant to emulate the feel of a roguelike video game, which was in many ways sort of meant to emulate the idea of sort of a role-playing game. So, yes, it's turtles all the way down, basically, is what we're saying. Yeah, you guys should check out our YouTube channel where we are making Sentinels of the Multiverse, the card game, the video game, the board game. That was the thing that was going to happen at one point. All right.
All right, punch Baron Blade.
Yeah, I'm looking.
As hard as you can. And as often as you can.
Yeah, I'll do this.
I would have played the Focusing Conduit Blade.
Oh, yeah, I was going back and forth between which one of those to play first. That's fine. We'll go back and do that. So play a card.
Because you're going to have more damage boosts next turn for Battlefield experience. I mean, you do have both of your boosted cards.
I know.
There. No entry point. No entry point.
Oh, since the topic came up, ODD dev stream tomorrow. I don't know if did you guys talk about that in the big meeting yesterday?
Yep. We're looking at potentially having a meeting around, or having a dev stream with Jean-Marc and Krista around sound effects.
Ah, cool. Yeah, we will be in a board meeting, I believe.
Well, we should make sure that's happening.
Yeah, we should double check all of that stuff. We will handle that in the AM, my man. All right. Are you going to demoralize him or maybe hemorrhage his cerebrals?
I'm going to have his turret shoot at him.
All right, 5 cards in the trash. Yeah, I don't have another thing to do, so I'll do this.
You have nothing to do but give us +1s.
Well, I was mainly, that was me responding in my head where it's like, oh, I've got a legacy ring. Oh, but I don't have another power. So that's really what I was trying to say there, was I don't have, like, I would love to get the legacy ring out, but I don't have a second power, so. A dev stream of Krista crunching analytics and bringing Jeremy coffee. That would be a super fun dev stream. Yeah, throat jab that bastage. What? Are you going to clue us in on your thinking?
You'll see.
All right. Not necessarily me, but I claim in our intro that we always explain what we're doing and what we do, when we do it, and why.
I haven't done it yet.
I'm sure that there are, well, I mean, you did just hit a teammate. The teammate probably would like to know why.
She knows why. She's a visionary.
She's the visionary. All right. I'm sure there are some people in the chat who are all caught up, but I'm not, so that's fine. Yeah, I think I might... All right, let's see. If I played this one, I could do that and then that, but that'll already be gone. Yeah, that's not useful. All right, so we'll do battlefield experience. It's 2 energy damage. +1. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is going to do the most here. Would you be trying to keep both of these around to then maybe do like Amplified Combatant?
What do you mean keep both of them around?
Like if I just use the base power now, I'll have both my Focusing Conduit Blade and Battlefield Experience. One boosts energy damage, the other one boosts melee damage. Oh wait, no, that one doesn't boost melee damage.
Does it?
Sorry, I'm trying to read all these cards at the same time and I'm losing track of which ones are which. Oh, Prototype Servo Gauntlet is the one that increases melee damage. All right, so I'll keep... Oh, I clicked out the wrong thing. All right, so I'll just do this now, and then I will do the other thing next turn. That's fine.
I mean, if you're going to play Battlefield Experience, you should use it. But, whatever.
This is a really good environment music, definitely. Although we got 5 more coming,
cards.
So there may still be room for new favorite environment music.
Well, I guess I should have wrote Jack Baron Blade.
What was that?
I'm not going to destroy cards. So it's up to you if you want to destroy any cards. Just to go choose for me.
Yeah.
I mean, you could destroy ones that are not useful, like Legacy Ring is not doing anything for you.
Yeah.
We might not die. There are 10. Yeah, there's 10 cards. We're fine. I'm not destroying anything.
I mean, Knife could, because her things do stuff when they get destroyed, but...
It's true.
The problem is that, like, if the whole point is to destroy one to have this go down by 1 and her cards have her play another card, it ends up being a net, so...
Well, you could play one shot.
That's true.
Well, I throw jabbed at Visionary so that she wouldn't hit herself from Rest of the Mind, but we took a lot of damage from Baron Blade instead. Oh well. You win some, you lose some.
Mm-hmm. So Leo9981 asked, speaking of music, any info on how the hero themes are coming? He's actually, so he's worked on the ones that you've heard, and he's done at least a little bit of work on a couple that you haven't heard. But right now, he's actually not focused on One Deck Dungeon. Well, he's focused on One Deck Dungeon programming, but he's actually started now taking at least 1 day a week, some weeks 2 days a week, to begin working on Oblivion environment music. Yeah, the hero themes will definitely start working their way into the rotation soon-ish, probably. But, yeah, his musical time is spent right now on Oblivion stuff, and his programming time is mostly on One Deck Dungeon stuff. All right. Flip that guy over. There's that power armor. And we'll hit him again. Right, and his advance on this side is that you reduce his damage dealt to Baron Blade by 1. But I think we've got this well in hand. I hope.
Yeah.
Oh, Balui, we've previewed the Celestial Tribunal theme. It's actually in the soundtrack volume 7, I want to say. So if you go to sentinelsdigital.com and go to music, or I'm sorry, Handelabra.com, and then go to the store, soundtrack 7 has the Celestial Tribunal theme in it already, released, ready to go. We also previewed it on a stream a while ago. I don't remember exactly when, but yep, that is the thing. He finished it. Celestial Tribunal is essentially almost done, but it's part of It's part of Mini Pack 4, so it won't come out until Benchmark and Stuntman are done. But the music was done, so we wanted to get it out so you guys can actually listen to it. All right.
You can hit the turret.
Yeah? Okay.
And just leave the other thing alone.
Yep.
None of our heroes deal elemental damage, like, at all. So.
Ermagerd, Benchmark.
Oh no, entry point. Well, mission control is good for us. So, Justice Playground can have that. Oh, hey. Got a decoy projection. And you got a free overdo it.
Free overdo it. Look at that.
Iron Blade, your force field will not save you now. And I picked the Visionary. I didn't even get to Brain Burn because I never drew it.
Wah, wah.
Such is life.
Indeed. Yeah, spike it! Spike the ball! All right. Anything boost this?
You will just win if you use your power.
Yeah, so I was just trying to do the math, so good. Good times. This is for my grandfather, and my father, and his father before him.
I'm not sure if it goes back that far.
Well, I mean, the legacies go back that far, but yeah, the vengeance.
Yeah, but
although, to be fair, the way that I phrased it, it was for my grandfather and my father and my grandfather. Because I said my grandfather, my father, and his father before him. So I said the grandfather twice, technically. All right. There it is. 3 games. 3 W's.
good job.
That's why you tune in, to see us run the table. That was your grandfather. Yeah, see, 17th Lord caught it. All right, fantastic. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us. I think that is, 2 grandfathers. Grandfather 1, number 1. Well, there's multiple timelines, so it's certainly possible to have more than one grandfather legacy. You don't know. Maybe you should send a question.
Well, and I mean,
to the
there are
letters
grandfathers
page.
on both sides.
Yeah, there you go. That's actually.
But not, I mean, your father's father.
Yeah, your father and your father before him.
I mean, well, I think, you can have 2 fathers in a family, so
Yeah, that's true.
there you go.
There you go. All right, so that's going to do it for another episode of Sentinels Live. Sentinels of the Multiverse is the only cooperative comic book card game that you should be playing. Thank you for joining us. We do this every Tuesday at somewhere in the neighborhood of 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you enjoy the show, please do like, share, follow, subscribe, and do all the things. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available on iOS, Android, and Steam. But maybe other places in the future. And always in good old analog, cardboard and ink, because we are a cardboard port, not a mobile port. GOG. Check out the game at sentinelsdigital.com. Please do tell your friends. Have them come and watch because, we love doing this. And there's other shows to watch on this channel. Twitch.tv/Handelabra Games. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night. My name is Jeremy.
My name is John.
And we will see you next week. Thanks, everybody.